Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this pick a card reading. This is for the month of May 2026. We're going to kind of get an overall general idea of what might be coming up. We do have some cards to start with, and we'll live pull the tarot together. 3 piles to choose from 1, 2, and 3. If you need a moment to pause the video, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, I will see you in your reading. All right, group number 1. Let's see what we've got. We have family room, a woman. Well, I love that. Billionaire, Phoenix, and the resounding yes, the guiding star. The sign you've been waiting for is here. Follow it. All right. Well, group number 1, definitely there might be some significant or important influence from a female in your life, or you might be a woman. But we have the influence of family as well. So this could be like a mother, a grandmother, that sort of thing, sister, cousin. And the connection there might be strengthening in some way. Or they could just need more assistance. They could need guidance, your help. Maybe they're moving out. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Like, maybe you have a sister or something that's moving out and they need help. I'm also getting a sense of like just spending more time with family this month. It's kind of a busy month for family gatherings, family outings. Maybe this is like, maybe May is the month where everybody's got a birthday. There's a lot going on as far as maybe appointments, even like everybody's got a doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, It is Memorial Day, right? In the United States, maybe you guys are camping or something and you're kind of getting to see everybody for the first time in a while, since Christmas or something. And I'm just getting a sense of like knowing what to, knowing who to interact with and knowing who not to interact with. I know that sounds really bad, but sometimes it's like a matter of, okay, that's, it's that cousin Jimmy that we try to avoid because he's a little nasty, it's that kind of energy going on for you. Like just know who you want to invest in, and that always extends out to family, right? Like we always talk about, oh, okay, pay attention with family, or excuse me, pay attention with friends, pay attention with work, your coworkers and such, boss or whatever. But we don't really like to talk about the fact that sometimes family can be toxic, and I'm getting a sense of that, of like someone being needy or just dramatic. They over exaggerate a lot, and it's just like don't even. Now, this feels like separate for me, so I'm kind of gonna put them together over here. This feels like its own thing. There's an opportunity this month, all right, that comes back. Now, this could be a job that you've been turned down for, right? This could be a business that you already started, but it failed. You kind of gave up, left it to the side. This could be an opportunity that you had to say no to at the time. Maybe you had a contract with a certain company, but you couldn't take that offer, and so you had to politely decline it. There's a second chance at abundance. This feels, again, like money, career, something along those lines of financial investment, and it's a resounding yes. Okay, it's a screaming yes from the universe. It's like this, and you know what's actually I did not do, of course, because I always lose track of time and then I don't do it. And I've tried to do a reading for every single moon. I did not do a reading for the full moon in Scorpio, but we started the month off with a full moon in Scorpio, and I've got 2 full moons here. So between that full moon and let me get the next one. Hold on, I'll tell you the exact date. I was going to say, I think it's at the end of the month. Like it's the first day and the last day of the month. And it is. It's May 1st and May 31st. That's when we have that full moon in Sagittarius. So it's funny, right? Like this is a May reading. You got 2 full moons. It's one of those months where we get that. So, okay. So my point is, this month of May is very, very important when it comes to reawakening, or like the Phoenix, getting something to come back to life where it was. See, the thing is like the phoenix rises from the ashes, right? The element of fire. The element of fire, when it destroys things, it is the destroyer archetype, and when it destroys things, it kind of leaves no trace left, right? If you drown something in water, or if you bury something, or if you send it in the wind, it's still some form of what it is for the most part. I'm not saying, obviously, if you put sugar in water, you can't see it anymore, but don't know why I want to say that. Sugar is a very good example of abundance, like honey and things like that. So maybe it's that connection. But with fire, my point is, with fire, it's gone. So the fact that this can come back to life is actually incredible. This is an incredible, and this is why the billionaire card is out. It's like, it's a stroke of luck, you know. Is I know that you could say, oh well, there's billionaire as far as earned money, right? Like the billionaire got to where he got to because he worked hard for it, or she, networked and she knew what she was doing, and that's how she built her business. But there's also the billionaire, which is like just a stroke of luck, and I feel like this is what it is, because it's like it looked impossible. It felt impossible for it to even become an opportunity again, and yet it's here. Now, I know it's a little crazy. This is a little crazy upon one. So yeah, well, let's make sure that we say yes. Let's make sure that we say yes to those opportunities this month. You never know. That's what I'm getting a sense of. Like, it could turn into something so abundant for you. Oof, God, I love this reading. Oh, I love this reading. And it's a long cycle. Again, I saw those 2 full moons and I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure it's May 1st and May 31st. And it's funny because it's, I love going between this cycle, between the full moon in Scorpio and the full moon in Sag, because the full moon in Scorpio goes deep, it goes into the underworld and goes underground, whereas a full moon in Sag goes up and above and into the stars and beyond. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like getting all levels of the conscious mind and accessing all of that. Okay. Yeah, oh wow. I can't get excited enough for your reading. I just can't. Look at this. Oh, group 1. Don't forget me when you make it big, I'm just kidding. It just feels so exciting. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. All right. So in general, we're not going to focus only on that, but in general, it's a month of, I know this is good for me. I'm going to keep doing it. I know this is bad for me. I'm going to stop. It's moderation in the center of the reading with Temperance and then the 6 of Wands. So yeah, it's knowing how to moderate. And it's not just like what you eat and what you drink, right? What you take in as far as in a physical nature, but it's also what you take in a mental, emotional, spiritual, right? What are you listening to? What are you watching on TV? Sometimes it could be as simple as, I noticed, if my like feed on TikTok starts to get a little bit depressing, I'm like, okay, that's enough of that. Like, I'm going to get off now and let the algorithm reset itself for a minute. I go back to my following channels, right? And then all I get back is food and puppy videos. So do that, right? Like, make sure that you're paying attention this month to what you're taking in emotionally and mentally. Moderate that as well. If it's not feeling good, if it's not making you have good thoughts, then maybe it's time to, readjust. Patience has worked off. I'm telling you, in general, this month, you're going to see that, wow, thank God I stuck it through. Thank God I didn't give up. Thank God that I kept trying and I kept going, because something is about to become very successful for you and very abundant for you. It's something that you've been hoping for, praying for, wishing for, that you've been investing a lot of emotion and spiritual investment in, okay? It's something that, like, again, it was your castle in the sky choice. I'm going back to this. It was like, it was just a dream. There was a dream, and it was like, it's kind of like that episode in The Office where Pam is, it's nice to dream, but I know it's not going to happen. But it's like, you knew that it might have been closed off forever. Like, it's that serious. And then all of a sudden it's back, and you're like, I'm doing it. I'm taking it. I'm going to take it by, because you're taking things, you're taking life by the horns this month. All right. With this Magician, it feels like you're not you're utilizing every resource possible. You're not just leaving something to the side and then not seeing where it goes. You're going to see where it goes. And it becomes very clear and very evident that it was a good idea, that it was a resounding yes, that it was a powerful, incredible yes from the universe, and very, very supportive. And it ends up being something that frees you. It frees you. That's actually what I want to start with the Eight of Swords. Because it is almost like we're going into the month like still thinking, still waiting, still being patient, still trying to figure out, is this gonna be successful? Am I going to receive the reward? And then there it is, Eight of Swords. Okay, yeah. So it's almost like an external force, something outside of your immediate environment. That's what you knew was holding you back, or was kind of keeping your hands tied, or just you couldn't move forward until this news came in, this offer came in, this letter came in, this text message, this phone call, this conversation, this whatever, this opportunity, okay? And it's good news. A good news that makes you feel very, very liberated. Yeah, liberated, okay? It makes you see the world in a much different light. You're very excited this month. You're very passionate this month. You're ready to see the new world. Like, you're ready to see the new opportunity. You're ready to try new things. It's like the child archetype within you gets awakened, and you have this childlike nature. Oh, look at that. Okay, I have to see that. Three of Swords came up for the Nine of Cups with the Eight of Wands. So again, it's like you move through it. Like, okay, well, it was a disappointing thing, you moved through what it felt like to fail or to give up or to not succeed. And you stopped doing that. You stopped focusing on the negative. You stopped focusing on it's never going to work out. And now we're here, started from the bottom kind of a thing. There it is again, the Magician. Again, patience is going to patience is going to pay off, okay? And again, being resourceful, being clever, being smart. Okay, literally, like being smart with your resources, smart with your connections, with your relationships, smart with what you have and what you can use in your toolbox. It's very, very important this month. Ten of Cups, Two of Wands. It's also something that affects your family. Again, we're going back to that. We started with that, all right? Maybe it was something along those lines, because it's funny because you got the waiting game and then you got family. So maybe you had to wait on a family member. Or you had to wait for approval or recognition or like confirmation from a family member. Maybe one or two of you are dealing with that. But you also, I feel like you're making a decision or decisions, plural, this month that affect your family. And why wouldn't they, right? That's such a broad thing to say. But yeah, it's like you know that it's for the best of that's for the best of everybody involved. It's going to support your family. It's going to encourage your family. It's going to... What is the word? Not livelihood. Is it livelihood? Whatever. We're going to move on. The point is, it's going to make your family's life better. I don't know. I can't remember. Hierophant. Faith. Wisdom. All right? I think it's more like, again, that dream, you still held on to it, whatever that choice was. That choice that you knew it was in the ether. You knew, and let's say, again, it's like you thought it was gone. You accepted it with grace and gratitude. And it's like the universe gave it back. Like, that's what it was waiting for. The universe was waiting for you to be like, gosh darn it, that sucks. It sucks that it didn't work out. It sucks that it wasn't mine, but I know that I'm either going to get it back at some point or I'm going to get something better. And it is better in its own way. All right, group number one. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that this helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. All right, group number two. Let's see what the month of May has in store for you. Courtship. Well, that's... Okay. Start off with that. The Sun. The foil hat... stingray and a yes. Divine blessing. Spirit's hand is upon this. You are supported. Huh. There is a big yes. A big yes, because you have the sun and this card. That's like double yes. But it's funny because you have the tinfoil hat in the middle, which is telling me, no, you might be a little crazy right now. This is an interesting combination. Definitely going to have to get more with tarot. Because also the stingray is letting me know that something is just a warning. This could be just two different energies for the month. You know, we're talking about the whole month, so it could be a lot that comes up. If you still want to keep track of that, I would definitely watch the weekly readings. You do have a possible courtship. If those of you that are, you know what, it doesn't matter if you're single or in a relationship, because you could be just going on a lot of dates with your partner, right? If you are married or if you're, you know, dating someone or whatever, you could just be going out a lot or just doing things together. But this courtship card for me, and you can see it, and the fact that I have the stingray and I have the tinfoil hat, I think that do they look happy to be together? No, this looks like an arranged marriage, you know? This looks like I guess. This looks like settling to me right now. Even Cupid in the background is like, I don't know about that. I didn't shoot that arrow. What's going on here with you, pile number 2? This could be just for one person watching right now, okay? But there's possibly a relationship, especially with this feels like two different things right now. We're going to figure out what it is. Because this yes is not for this. Especially with the stingray. It looks pretty. It looks beautiful. It looks like it flows. Now, actually, the stingray is for both because there is something that's flowing nicely. I'll put it over here. There is something that's flowing nicely. It's very natural. It's very awe-inspiring. You know, it inspires you, and it's a resounding yes. Okay. I think it's been 4 months of waiting for somebody. At least 4 months of waiting. That you get the big yes of, okay, now it's time. Divine timing. And you get a blessing. You get a blessing this month. And you know it's directly, you know, related to the divine. Like, you just know it deep down. You're like, okay. Because you waited and you waited and you waited. And you were patient and you were reserved. And you didn't, you know, give up. But there is a huge yes. This is usually a sign, especially with the sun coming up, you will see success, literal success, okay? You will get recognized at work or recognized from your family. This could be like getting a plaque. Maybe it's retirement. This could be like getting the promotion at your work. This could be getting like a huge influx of customers or clients if you're self-employed or an entrepreneur. If you are a content creator or something like that, you could get a shit ton of views this month, and just you get exposed. You get put out there a lot. You're in the light a lot. You connect with a lot of people. You have to talk to a lot of people. You're constantly being like in the spotlight. All right. That's the sun in Lenormand. But it is also a very big yes. So maybe you're the one that's awe-inspiring. Maybe you're the one that's beautiful to look at with the stingray. You know, like you're attractive. You're attractive, group number 2, okay? In a very vibrational way. This just feels like somebody feels like they've gone crazy over a person. I'm going to be honest. This really, together, it just doesn't. It's almost like because this is a conspiracy theory card kind of a thing, right? Maybe that's what this feels like to you. The relationship itself feels like a crazy conspiracy theory, which is not good, right? You don't want to be in that kind of energy if you're in a romantic partnership, because it is courtship. It's a courtship card. Maybe it's like you keep going on date after date after date, and it looks great, and then you get catfished, or you go to the date, and it's like, wow, you are just not what you said you would. Maybe it's like obsession or, you know, paranoid energy in relationships where you're constantly feeling like, are they cheating on me, or looking at their phone, or just freaking out over the relationship. Again, this feels like it's probably just for one person watching right now. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. If you're having a great relationship, or if you're having a great, obviously this isn't for you. This is for the person who's watching right now that's like, you feel like you're going crazy. And we'll see more into that because we're going to get the tarot. Oh, two separate things here. Two separate. This courtship is not a yes. This courtship is just, it's not a match made in heaven. Neither you nor the other person feel like this is right for you. Even Cupid's looking away like, I didn't do this. Feels forced. Do you get what I'm saying? It feels like the relationship has gotten to a point, or just dating in general. Again, maybe dating. If you've been dating and it's starting to feel forced, take a break. Take a break. You don't have to go on a date every single week, right? Just pause those, online dating apps. Just take a break because damn, it is just not feeling right. Okay. Group number 2. All right. This yes. This could be like getting an approval for a home loan, car loan, any kind of loan, student loan, whatever. Getting an approval for vacation time, getting an approval for, again, a raise, an increase in pay, cost of living, maybe one of those things. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a generous blessing. It's a generous blessing that eases the wallet, okay? It helps the spending and the receiving part of that. But I'm going to be honest, Spirit's like, great, that's fantastic. You need it because it's going to make you a little bit happier. Because there's something over here that's making you really unhappy. Man, this is like just getting tired of getting played, feeling exhausted, of just feeling like a fool in love, feeling like a fool in relationships, feeling like you're crazy. I'm gonna keep bringing that up because that's it. You feel like no matter what you do, love is always overwhelming. Love is always a burden. Love is always a struggle. Love is always, and in a lot of relationships, or maybe just this one, you carry the relationship. You're always the one that says, "Hey, let's go out," or "Hey, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to do that?" It's like you carry the. If you didn't say anything or do anything, it would be silence, and it would be empty, and it would be, there's no effort on the other person's end. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just you. You carry the relationship. And there's a lot of pain and there's a lot of hurt. I don't think, no matter what, and I think you're starting to see that this month. No matter what you do, you cannot drop this person's wall. They have a huge wall up. Maybe they're the crazy conspiracy theory kind of person. And I mean that not in a way like that I think conspiracy theories are crazy. I mean that like in a way, but maybe they're the paranoid ones. And it's like you feel like your hands are tied. Maybe they're the ones that are constantly questioning you. Are they cheating? Are you cheating on me? Or let me look at your phone. Or, it took you 3 minutes extra to get home tonight. Where have you been? That's extremely toxic. We all know that's extremely toxic, right? They don't have trust. Someone doesn't have trust. I don't think it's you. I think it's the other person. I think they got some issues. I really think they got some issues. And then then it's the kind of situation where it makes you feel like you're crazy. Like, am I losing my mind? Because they make you feel that way. Now, in general, I'm going to move away from that because I feel like that's just one person watching right now. And probably everybody that didn't deal with that probably already clicked off. But there's a possibility of a new journey. Okay? Trying something new, seeing something new, getting a new job or a new hobby, or going to a new town, maybe traveling. because that's also here. Not crazy, you know, like maybe a couple hours away kind of a thing. But it eases the pain because it allows you to process. This new journey allows you to process what has not worked out, what has not panned out. Makes you feel like you have a second chance. Makes you feel like you have an opportunity to try again, or you're more open. You open up a little bit this month. You open up, and maybe that's why this is successful now, right? Maybe that's why the divine comes in and says, okay, well, they're ready. They're ready. They're ready for this new beginning. Yeah. You make a decision to start new. You have an incredible clarity this month. You know what you want, how you're thinking. You're very direct this month. You're very, forward. You're straight up telling everybody what you think, and you're not afraid to say it. I do still feel, I'm gonna go back to that. Maybe this message is too strong, but it's this weird, unimaginable, didn't plan for it, out of nowhere situation, but it's because it collapses the old, and you need to remember that. Something has overstayed its welcome. Something has, played its part. It was useful enough, and now you got to move on. 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Again, this feels like whatever this financial success is, it helps you to build a better future, to see a better future, to allow better opportunities in. Maybe it opens up new doorways, right? Because if you go into if you leave like a toxic work environment where there was no room to grow, right? But then you accept a new job somewhere and you're surrounded by really happy people or people who support you, they're going to want you to keep going up, right? It's 2 different scenarios. So, of course, the doorway is going to open up where it couldn't. I feel like there's definitely a person you're dealing with where again, it doesn't matter what you do. It's out of your hands. It's out of your hands. They're going to do what they want to do. Anyway, it's their lesson to learn. It's somebody else's lesson to learn. Unfortunately, you're just in the middle of the crossfire. There it is again. Could be a courtship. Could be marriage. Could be at home. Unfortunately, I think that this month is a month where you feel very overwhelmed with responsibility when it comes to the home life. And so you're having to remember, that's a lot of stress. Literally, this is stress and peace together. You have to make peace this month. You have to choose peace. Practice self-love, self-care. Change your room around if you need to, right? Actively do things that bring more peace into your immediate environment, not more stress. Don't be stubborn to look at the sun again. Look at the sun again. Don't be stubborn to or overly cautious or overly paranoid again or overly hesitant to say yes to opportunities simply because of past failures and pain. All right? There is a big chance for success somewhere, a big chance for happiness, a big chance for you to feel like you can try new things, all right? That you can start a new journey. You just have to be willing to say yes. I hope this helped, pile number 2. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, group number 3. Let's see what May has in store for you. We have Message of Concern, the Mask, which is particular to this deck. He designed extra cards, and here we go. Cult Leader, the Lion, and no. So the other two piles got yeses. You got no. Fractured mirror. The reflection is not true. Illusion clouds your view. I was going to say that with the mask and the cult leader together and the all right. These are all together. Also, in the other two piles, I felt like I had to separate some cards. This is the same thing. This is all saying the one thing. This could be you or someone that you're dealing with this month. It could be a group of people. It could be a company that you work for because you have the cult leader here. I would pay attention this month. Okay? There is an illusion. There is a mask. Someone's wearing a facade. I'm going to say someone. Again, I don't know if it's you, another person, a group of people, a company. Someone is playing the trickster archetype. Someone is very manipulative for their own needs. They are very self-serving. Dramatic. They like to guilt trip. That's what I'm thinking of. They like to guilt trip. They like to do the whole self-pity thing. Again, if it's like a company that you work for, what that means is maybe it's the kind of company that's like, oh, you're trying to take vacation on that week, but you know we're already short-staffed. How could you do that to me? It could be that kind of boss. It's like, makes you feel guilty because you want to use your vacation time. Fuck that. Get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, pile number 3. This is someone who feels better than everyone else. They feel like they're on a higher pedestal. They feel like they have control over you because you're always there to say yes. Fractured mirror. There's something that unfortunately is all that glitters is not gold. Okay? It's false gold, fool's gold. It's not real. That's every single card. Every single card is giving off that energy. This is a very big surprise to me. Now, I could only be connecting with one person right now. Okay, these are collective readings. If everything's going fine in your life, please don't take this message. There could be other messages for you in this reading, or check another pile. But this, or another reading. I mean, I have a shit ton of readings on the channel. This is for somebody who's watching right now where they feel like they're not going to ever be good enough for the lion. They're never going to be good enough for their expectations. They always have high expectations. You get, I feel, I'm not going to be surprised if the Tower card comes out or a page, because you're going to get, it could be just an epiphany moment of self. Like you get an aha moment, like you wake up from this false reality that's going on here, or you literally get a message in the mail. Yeah, this is just very, very interesting. Pile number 3. This feels like we're just gonna see what the tarot has to say. This is definitely manipulation, and it's either painful or eye-awakening or shocking. It's not because it was subtle this whole time or something along those lines of just, but now it's loud and it's very clear. It's not, it is very obvious to you. It's very obvious to you this month. Yeah. What did I just say? The Tower is on the bottom, man. It's on the bottom. The Tower. 2 knights. You see, I don't always do directional readings, okay? I don't. But yeah, look at this. Look at the 2 knights. One's following the other one. Do you get what I'm saying? Cult leader. You're following a... I feel like this is an external force. I feel like you're not this person. Which is okay to take accountability. Sometimes we're the bad guy, right? Like sometimes we're the ones that are causing problems, and we have to practice enough self-discipline and take accountability and say, you're right, I messed up, I'm sorry. But this is not you right now. This is an external force. This feels like you following blindly This is like rose-colored glasses. This sucks. I like that the tower is here. It tells me that it's collapsing this month. The weight of control and manipulative power is collapsing. We started with a full moon in Scorpio this month. I did not do a reading on that because I'm a bad person. I forgot and I'm sorry. But it was an intense full moon. As all most full moons in Scorpio are, right? Maybe that's what's going on here. We end with a full moon in Sagittarius, by the way. On the 31st is a full moon in Sagittarius. This just feels like a complete breakdown. I need a sip of coffee. Hold on. This is a breakdown of intent, a breakdown of effort, a breakdown of communication, a breakdown of reality. It's going to be very emotional. It's going to hurt like hell. You're going to feel ashamed or guilty. Again, they could be, I already said it, because they seem like they're the kind of person that guilt trip. How dare you? Kind of a thing. You hurt me so bad. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking? You hurt me, not me, not the other way around. That's what this feels like. Like you can't believe that they're even saying this or that they're even doing this to you. And unfortunately, if this is a company or an organization or institution, it's like, I gave you 10 years of my life and now you're firing me. Like it could be something like that. And I don't want to induce fear but it's that kind of problem. But you knew deep down. I feel like you knew deep down, unfortunately. And also, I just want to listen here. I want to say something. I really want to say something because you need to hear it. You are so protected spiritually, it ain't even funny. Spirit knows what's going on. Karma knows what's going on. The universe knows what's going on. At all times, nobody can hide anything from anybody. So just, that could be something that gives you a little bit of comfort this month, is remember, the world has eyes, right? The universe has eyes. The consciousness of everybody, collective consciousness, has eyes. There are eyes everywhere on a spiritual sense. You are protected. You have no idea how protected you are. This was just a tough lesson that you had to learn. Especially when it comes to emotional journeys. Because you might feel lonely by the end of the month. You might feel like you were doing it all alone, and you're not. I promise you, you're not. There's still something left in the ashes of the destructive fall down and collapse of whatever this is. There's still one seedling. You know, there's still one plant that did not get destroyed. And that's the one plant that you're going to now invest in. What did I say? I wouldn't be surprised if we had. Yeah, I'm sorry. Pile number 3, this is just a massive wake-up call of... Yeah. Learning what it means to be strong. I know. It's so annoying when you're dealing with real life stuff, right? And it's like someone says, "Oh, well, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger." Yeah, well, sometimes you don't want to be strong, you know? I get it. But it was just, I feel like this thing needed to go because it was just old. There is history here. There is history for sure. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. You're going to be a little bit sad this month. You're going to be sad about it. It's going to hurt like hell. But you are strong enough to start over. You are strong enough to get through the lonely nights. Okay? You're strong enough to know that just because one person or one group of people don't support you doesn't mean that there isn't the right opportunity elsewhere. It is seeing with open eyes this month, really wide open eyes, that the grass is greener somewhere else. It is. It's waking up to the fact that you're now fully understanding something. It is very transparent. It is very obvious now. You could almost be like, how did I not see this coming? How did I not see this, playing out? How did I trust so deeply? How did I invest so emotionally into something that was just going to screw me over? Going to pull that rug out from underneath me. Was going to leave me behind. Well, it was never going to make it. That's why that Ten of Pentacles is here. It was never going to last. It was never going to... Yeah, you know what? I feel like we need some just... I'm getting depressed looking at this. You get it. I'm not going to keep beating the dead horse. I am going to do something special for you. Hold on a minute. We're going to get an Ascended Master, get a message from... And my guides are even... Okay, wow, I'm really going extra for you. Because you need it. We're going to read right from the book. You need some extra guidance. The other two piles did not. Who wants to come up for group number 3 to help them out? Thank you. Radha, the soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. All right, Radha. Does this go in... it does. It goes in alphabetical order. Good. I love when the creators of decks do that, right? Whoop, jeez. The Hindu goddess Radha is the divine feminine counterpart and twin flame of Krishna. Now let me pause right there. I don't believe in twin flames in physical people. I think that the sacred marriage, the Hieros Gamos, is the union within. Okay, your inner divine feminine and masculine. Because that whole twin flame crap all over YouTube and everywhere is so incredibly unhealthy. It just gives people a reason to stick in a relationship that they know is toxic and they know is negative and they know is going to continue to hurt them. But well, it's my twin flame. No, it's not. Okay. Just wanted to say that. She is considered to represent Shakti, the divine feminine and creative spirit of the universal life force. Without the female, the male cannot be created. And for this reason, Shakti is a powerful force that is honored and cherished. Radha is completely devoted to her partner and illustrates the age-old adage, behind every powerful man is a powerful woman. She is dedicated to supporting all those who seek relationship harmony and healing. At one point, she learned what it was like to be separated from Krishna, and so she can also bring great healing to those who are suffering the loss of a partner or separation. Now, you could take that literal. Okay, this could be losing a partner, even a business partner, right? But you could also take that on a spiritual level, like I said. This could be like you losing a part of your divine masculine. That's why the lion is coming out, because the divine masculine knows how to act, think, and protect. The divine feminine receives, but if it's a distorted divine feminine energy, then it's going to give too much, right? Loving union, connection, and relationship harmony are key at this time. It's important to remember, though, that relationships won't make you whole. Only your own love can do that. You now have opportunities to find lost parts of yourself, maybe sensual aspects, or the capacity to cherish yourself. The relationship around you will begin to reflect the love that you have for yourself. Increased romance, love, and opportunities to express divine harmony through love are all becoming apparent in your life. You deserve divine love, and Radha, with her Shakti presence, is here to awaken this loving connection for you. That's a good way to say that. Let's get one from this deck. Jeez, now I have stuff going on everywhere. I got stuff going on everywhere. All right. Last bit. This is a mantra. Okay, this is going to be the mantra that you can say for the rest of the month, the whole month. Just come back to this mantra and it will help you. Celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. And that's actually really good, right? Because that goes back to the collapse of the old. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. When there are fewer details to manage, you're able to receive more joy. The more commitments that pile up in your life, the less likely you are to find the time to take everything in. Once all moving parts have been arranged in a proper working balance, simplicity can be celebrated, and you glean the most benefit from your reality. This mantra is ideal for creating stronger boundaries, which you need, healing inner people pleaser, which you need, and finding moments of serenity, which you need. So again, one more time, say it with me. I am more fulfilled when there's less to manage and maintain. I hope this helped. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.